All right, then on to the first story we have. Let's talk about exchange rates actually. We have $1 exchanging for 1,447 naira, 16 kaba. €1 exchanging for 1,675 naira, 50 kaba. And £1 exchanging for 1,900 naira, 85 kaba. $1 Canadian exchanging for 1,029 naira, 97 kaba. And lastly, one Chinese yuan exchanging for 203 naira, 52 kaba. Wow.
That is fantastic.
Hmm.
The pound one really gave me joy. 1,900 naira. That is
Yeah.
fantastic. That is fantastic. Although for people who have relatives or friends in the UK that will be sending them money, they will not like that.
No, they won't like it.
They won't like that.
They won't like it. Mhm.
But anyways, we are glad that there are reductions in the exchange rates. And now moving on to the national news. What's trending on business? We have 10,000 megawatts locked up in idle plant, says Power Minister. So despite the country's persistent lack of electricity, over 10,000 megawatts of electricity are being wasted across different idle plants scattered across the country. Nigeria's Minister of Power, Adebayo Adelabu, decried the country's wastefulness in the energy sector, revealing that more than 10 gigawatts of generation capacity remains stranded nationwide, while millions of citizens live in the dark. Speaking at the just concluded Nigeria Energy Conference in Lagos, the minister said the country's immediate problem was not generation, but the inability to transmit and distribute the energy already available.
Okay, and moving on to the next one, we have MasterCard partners ASA on Pharmatech. Well, MasterCard has announced, after Pharmatech, MasterCard has announced a collaboration with Agriculture Summit Africa 2025 to be hosted by Sterling Bank in Abuja to empower farmers through technology. The partnership was announced at a press conference held at the headquarters of Sterling Bank recently. ASA is a platform for advancing agricultural transportation and sustainable food system. This youth summit themed a survival of the greenest, reclaiming Africa's food destiny, will convene policymakers, agricultural experts, investors, and key stakeholders to chart a path towards climate resilience and inclusive food systems.
All right, we also have that is on the international scene. We have China to ease cheap export ban in trade deal, White House says. So China will begin easing an export ban on automotive computer chips vital to production of cars across the world as part of a trade deal struck between the US and China, the White House said. The White House confirmed details of the deal in a new fact sheet after Xi Jinping and Donald Trump met in South Korea this week. The nations also reached agreement on US soybeans export, the supply of rare earth minerals, and the materials used in production of the drug fentanyl.
And lastly, we have prosecutors say the lower heists carried out by petty criminals. Last month, a jury heist at the Lower Museum was carried out by petty criminals rather than organized crime professionals. Bahrain prosecutor has said this is not quite everyday delinquency, but it is a type of delinquency that we do not generally associate with the upper echelons of organized crime. Laura Bicol told France Info Radio, she said 4 people arrested and charged so far over the theft that shocked France and world were clearly local people living in Saint Denis as impoverished area just north of Paris. Well, and that'll be all on financial matters this morning. Money Matters.